Okay, so we're going to take a look at this extra practice that I gave you guys. So this is using the Practice 1 Excel file. You need to first import it into SPSS. Then you need to add all of this information about all of the variables. And I have already done that, as you can see. And I have already done the first step, which was calculating BMI. So let's take a look at that. So the goal of this exercise is here. It says you are a health researcher working in occupational health. You have a suspicion that people who are unemployed may have a higher BMI than people who are employed. You want to check to see if your data supports this hypothesis. You also want to see if the pattern is the same in younger people and older people. So first, compute BMI, which we do by going to transform, compute variable. This is the name of our new variable, BMI, and the numeric expression. That's how you calculate it. And I've already done that, so you'll click OK. I'll click Cancel. Then we need to recode it into a categorical variable. So we're going to recode into different variables, BMI, and then I change the output variable name to BMI cat. Go to old and new values, and then you will use range lowest through value, and range lowest through highest, range value through highest to add these categories. So lowest through 18.5 is category 0, 18.5 through 24.1 is number 1, 25 through 29.9 is 2, and 30 through highest is 3. Then you'll click continue. I'm going to click cancel because I already have that variable. You'll click OK, and you will have two new variables, BMI and BMI categorical. So you need to add the labels for the categorical variable. Okay, so B. Next, use the categorical variable BMI to compare BMI in people who are employed with people who are unemployed. So first what we need to do is we need to go to Data, Split File, and we're going to split the compare groups of individual is currently working. This is the work status variable, and click OK. Then we want to get the frequencies for BMI in those two categories. So we're going to go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Frequencies, and that was already on there, but BMI in categories, Display Frequency Tables, OK. Okay, so we can take a look at the frequency and the percent of BMI in individuals who are not working compared with individuals that are working. So we can see for individuals who are not working, 42.3% are overweight and 33.3% are obese. So this is about 76% that are not working that are overweight or obese. Compared with people who are working, we can see that that's about 42.3 and 24.6, so about 67%. So I would say that it looks like, based on this information that we have, that people who are not working may have a higher proportion of people who are overweight or obese compared with people who are working. And that's what I would write here for B. Now compare BMI in categories of people who are unemployed with people who are employed. But first, use only individuals who are 50 years old or younger. Then do the same for people who are older than 50 years old. Okay, so we have already split the file by employment, so we don't need to do anything more for that. But we're going to select cases. And we're going to select the cases who the age is 50 years old or younger. Is less than or equal to 50. Continue. Okay, then we're going to find the frequency again of BMI, yes, okay. Alright, so we can see that in people who are 50 years old and younger and who are not working, about 64% are overweight or obese. And in people who are 50 years old or younger and are working, about 55% of the people, 56, are overweight or obese. So again, it looks like in those who are not working, they have higher proportion of overweight or obesity compared with people who are working. And now we want to look at people who are over than 50 years old. So let's reset this. If condition is satisfied, age is greater than 50. Continue. Okay. Frequency again. BMI, yes. Okay. All right, so now we have only the people who are older than 50 years old. So in those who are not working and who are 50 or who are over 50 years old, about 80% are overweight or obese. And in those who are working and are older than 50 years old, again, about 80% are overweight or obese. So it looks like it doesn't necessarily matter if the individual is working or not. In people who are older than 50 years old, they have about the same proportion of overweight or obesity. But if we compare that with this, it looks like people who are older than 50 have a higher proportion of people who are overweight or obese compared with people who are under 50 or 50 years old or younger. So that's what we can say for the pattern of younger people and older people. We can say that it looks like younger people have a lower proportion of overweight or obesity compared with older people. And then in people who are unemployed, who is more risk of being overweight or obese, younger people or older people? So we can go back and take a look at that. People who are unemployed, again, in people who were 50 or younger, that was about 60%. And then people who are unemployed but are older than 50, that was about 80%. So we would say that in people who are unemployed, older